Hi everybody, here's a quick video to show you how to take to Design Space this new SVG to cut a fully functional gumball machine. It's a box, obviously it's made of cardboard, but it has a working cylinder, and the gumballs or the sweets or whatever you put in the top collect in the cylinder and then tip out into this little drawer underneath. There's the view from the back. That's the front, obviously. There's the little drawer that pulls out and lets you get at what's dropped into it, and here's a quick video that shows you how it works. Basically you just turn the handle, the things drop into the drawer and you can pull it out and get at them that way. Right, definitely not a project for beginners, this one. It's takes a lot of skill, I think, in assembly, and there are many pieces to it. So we'll bring the SVG in and you can see what I mean. There it is. It's massive. It has all the parts for the whole project in it. So it's going to land on your canvas selected. First thing you need to do is ungroup it, and that lets you see the two groups inside, and in the top group are all the lines that need converting to score, and in the second group are all the cut pieces. So we'll just go ahead and ungroup that second group for now, and then we'll click on that first group, go to the operations menu, choose score from the drop down, and because there's obviously more than one set, we need to ungroup those as well. So now everything on screen is a separate piece, and we can attach the scores to the individual pieces that they relate to. Quickest way to do that is to click on canvas somewhere near a piece, drag a box to more or less enclose it, and attach. I'm using the desktop version for PC, and so for me attach is at the bottom of the layers panel here. And we need to do that for every piece on screen that's got score lines, and there are quite a few. I'm not going to go through what all the individual pieces are. Obviously you do, as usual, get a PDF of very detailed instructions of how to put this together, and that starts, the first page of that has a diagram of this SVG, and every piece of it is labelled and named so that when you come across it in the instructions you know exactly which piece you've got to be using. But I won't go through that now, that's just it's easier for you to look at it with the key, I think. What I will say though is that it's, I'll just do those bits, it's set out like this so that there's an inner box and an outer box. Whoops a daisy. The inner box is the workings of it, the thing that actually makes it behave like a gumball machine, and then the outer box is just all the overlays and the cladding that make it look pretty. So just that last one, I think I've done everything there now. So basically all this side, that's the inside of the box, and this is the all the overlays that make it look nice, and it's the little stopper for the top and the drawer and everything that goes inside. I think it's probably easier. What I do when I cut this is I cut it in two separate pieces. So I'm going to select all the overlays and I'm just going to delete those for now. And all I'm going to cut to start with is the inner workings of the box. So if I click make it, obviously it will cut from 12 by 12, and if you're doing it from 12 by 12 you need about 2.5 sheets, and then this usually comes, acetate or PVC usually comes in A4 or letter. Let's have a look what would happen if we picked letter. Come here. There we are. Yeah, I think they would both go on one though. I'm just going to move that over to the other one. Yeah, it will. It just needs to slide sideways. Yeah, so one sheet of acetate or PVC. I do give a link in the PDF of instructions as to where I buy mine, but you can get acetate and PVC sheets anywhere. The PVC I use is actually a binder sheet that you can buy on Amazon. You know, for those little spiral bound booklets you can make. They're very cheap and really crystal clear. I quite like it. You can, of course, I think, yeah, cut the whole thing on A4 as well. If you wanted to use A4, it would be 4 sheets of A4. Let me just have a look. Yeah, and I think you could use letter. Let's see if everything fits nicely on letter. Yeah. So that, I think we'll just try turning that round. That would go there, and then look, that one would definitely go on there. Yeah. Yeah, so 4 sheets of A4, 4 sheets of letter, 2 and a bit sheets, 12 by 12, and then 1 sheet of letter or A4 for the acetate windows or the PVC windows, whatever you decide to do. So that's fairly straightforward, isn't it? It's a lot of pieces to this project, but it's actually quite easy to deal with. So I'm going to go back to the canvas. I'm going to click undo so it brings back all the pretty decorative pieces and the drawer and the handle and whatnot. And now we'll make that. And I think all of this will cut from A4 as well, but that piece there is too long for letter. So if you can't get A4 where you are, you're going to need to use 12 by 12. Those are other bits. Yeah, it's that piece there. It's the long overlay piece that goes around the top curve of the box that's too big for letter. So if we were going to use 12 by 12, you could probably save some space. I'm not sure. Let's just see if that would move onto one of the other mats. Would it move there? I don't think so. Oh, it does look just. And then, yeah, you don't even need to move anything else. I was going to say we'd put those in there, but you don't need to move anything. So if you were cutting all the overlays and the handle and the little stopper at the top from 12 by 12, you'd need 2 sheets of 12 by 12 there and 1 sheet for the little contrast pieces. So that's fairly simple really. It looks a bit daunting when you open it up, but as long as you watch this video, and if I'll just show you quickly what the instructions look like if they're still open. They are. So there's the front sheet. So you get a diagram. Whoops-a-daisy, didn't want to move it. You get a diagram of the SVG laid out exactly as it is when it drops onto your canvas. Every piece is given a letter and there's a key there that tells you exactly what the piece is, and so then when you come to do the instructions, it says piece A, piece B, piece C, etc., just in case you can't work out where you are with it. The only thing I do say in the instructions as well is when you are taking it off your mat after you've cut it, really pay attention to where you put pieces, because as you can see there are circular pieces here. They are not the same size as those circular pieces which will cut out of those. So on these you need to throw those away and you need to keep these down here, and same with like that octagon there, you need to throw that piece away, you don't need it, but you need to keep that piece there. So it's quite important to just pay attention to what you need and what you don't need as you take it off your mat, and I think that diagram in the PDF of instructions might just help you with that a little bit. Okay, if you've got any difficulties or questions or issues when you come to cut or assemble it, please don't hesitate to get in touch. The links to do that are in the description below. You can contact me on Facebook or Etsy, whichever you prefer. And if you've just stumbled across this video and you'd like to buy the SVG, there's a link in the description for that as well. Don't forget, if you're purchasing 3 or more SVG files at one time from the Tanglecrafts Studio Etsy shop, the link is in the description, you can use the 30 for 3 discount code to get 30% off your total purchase. This offer runs all the time, but you need to use that code when you check out. And if you haven't already joined the Tanglecrafts Studio Facebook group, join now to get any special Etsy discount codes issued to group members and to take advantage of the free SVG files I give away in the group from time to time. The link to the group is in the description. I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.